See what we got
Absolutely.
here.
All right, I think we're loading up.
All right.
Zoom's giving me the progress bar. Okay, it looks like we're good. So let me refresh over here in the Facebook group. All right, I see us over in Facebook. Now I'm going to share that over into the group.
We got
Here we
we got
go.
folks from Buffalo, New York, or Irving, California, Florida, PA, Massachusetts, Iowa, Philadelphia. That's your hometown there, Chase.
That's
Houston,
right.
Texas,
Go birds.
McKinney, Texas. Everyone all over here. Minnesota, Atlanta, Belgium. Belgium here. Argentina, Philippines. It's always amazing when you see the crew and where they're from and always tuning in,
Absolutely.
supporting.
Absolutely. Okay, great. I think we're all set up. So if you see us over in Facebook land, please say hello in a comment so that we know that we're streaming in all of the places and all of the channels that we intended to. I think we're good to go. Let me pop open our chat channel here. Super Bowl year for the Birds. Tyrone, I'm with you on that one. What an off season. Um, Okay, great. Wow, we've got folks from all over the world. We're already up over 100 attendees. I think we're good to kick it off, JB. So, as JB mentioned, we just got back from the very first advanced mastermind. And you know what, JB, that what struck me about that one that was awesome is obviously we had a lot of heavy hitters in the room and there was a lot of, knowledge shared around that being at that level. But I was also surprised at how folks at that level were still so eager to learn a lot about the basics that we cover at these beginner masterminds, like the one that we're going to have in July. So I really think that, don't get hung up on the regular versus advanced or whatever. To me, it became really clear that a lot of the content is exactly the same.
Yeah, I agree. What was really refreshing was, like you mentioned, those experts, they tapped into each other's minds. And we had like the podcast station going and we had the networking sessions and we really made some great relationships that till this day now on Facebook, only a day or so later, people are commenting and supporting each other. So that was refreshing to see as a first timer working at high level. I can imagine for those that are getting into the software and ready to make those new relationships as well.
JB was running the podcast booth over there. How many podcasts did you do over the course of 3 days? It sounds like your voice is still recovering a little bit.
We got a couple cough drops in the system and a gallon of water. We're about 34, 35 in. But I mean, as a newbie coming into the ecosystem, I made so many new friends and everyone just kind of we picked up where we started and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
It was a great event. All right, so let's hop into the deck that we have set up for today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let's make sure everybody can see my screen. Do you guys see this mastermind reveal slide deck? Please give us
Yeah,
a Y or a yes in the chat real quick, just so we can make sure everything's being shared properly. I'm moving windows around here. Yes, awesome,
looking good.
cool. All right, fantastic. So the next official SaaSPRENEUR Mastermind is going to be in Dallas, Texas once again, this July 17th to the 19th. Looks like we can only send to hosts. Okay, I'm just checking the comments real quick. We're good. All right. So, as always, let's kick this off. Oh, and make sure I'm sharing with sound. Where's that checkbox? Zoom is always moving stuff around. Here it is. Okay, great. Let's kick it off with a little hype video where we can check out what happened just a couple of days ago at the same location in Dallas. right. So, as we can see, I was hoping for a little more party shots, JB, because the venue is amazing. And part of the reason why this experience is so much fun is because of the venue. You want to talk a quick minute about the Statler, JB, and what your impressions have been since your first event there?
I'll tell you, from the staff, from when you walk in, you really feel like we rented the whole place out for ourselves. From the food staff to the front desk to just the waiters and the managers that are always checking on us and the crew. It was amazing. Very clean, very refreshing. And the energy of that room really was powerful with all the ambiance and the technology that we bring in and just the people. So it
Mm-hmm.
was an amazing choice for the venue.
So this will be probably our fifth or sixth one at the Statler.
Yeah.
I think fifth. So if you're familiar with the area, the Statler is an iconic hotel in the city of Dallas. It's right downtown, in the midst of all the action. It's a super fun. It's got a really awesome restaurant on the first floor where we have a lot of the meals. It's got a bar in there with a bowling alley. It's just a really good time. And then we go offsite. Well, I don't know if we have offsite planned for this one or not. It's always a surprise, so I'm not going to promise that. Although in the mastermind last week, we did go offsite for some fun evening activities. So I'd imagine we will be again. But the Statler itself is really a big part of the experience. So if you haven't been yet, be excited about the space that we're going to be in. Let's talk a little bit about the content of what's going to happen at the event. So essentially, SaaSpreneurship, if you're new to the term, is a term that we invented. And for us, it's essentially somebody, an entrepreneur, a digital entrepreneur who wants to create their own software business, who does not want to have to build and maintain software themselves, right? So we're building on top of the high-level platform in a white labeled way, which means we get to create our own brand and we get to customize the platform to be unique to us. And then we take that out into the world and start generating recurring software as a service revenue, which is really, as I like to say, the king of all business models, right? Every major company on the planet is trying to figure out how they can open up a SaaS offering. And so we start by typically covering that. We give a little bit of a state of the union address as far as the current numbers that SaaSpreneurs are doing. I think the number from last week is right now, SaaSpreneurs are collectively generating somewhere around 20 something million dollars every month on a recurring subscription, which is just absolutely amazing. So we've literally changed and shifted an entire industry, and these masterminds are an opportunity to come and really learn how to get started. The goal of these masterminds is literally to go from 0 to 10. Your first 10 paying clients, we will give you everything that you need to get there by the end of the event. We have technical sessions. So in addition to our open office hour rooms, meaning we have staff on site that you can go sit down with, crack open your laptop and literally work on things in app if you'd like. But we do a section on stage to sort of recap what SaaS mode means from a feature set wise. The SaaS configurator, we cover all of that stuff in there. And it's a really good way to sort of get a crash course on the technical side of what we mean by when we say SaaS mode, and as well as the corresponding course that we have for it that really walks you through it at your own pace. The event itself is sort of an extension of that course where we go through a lot of that stuff, but we do it together. And again, we have the breakout room, the open office hours room there where you can actually jump on with our staff and do it as well. I don't know if you had a chance to peek into that room during the last mastermind, JB, but it's always busy. We've got incredible staff in there. It's an amazing resource, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, what people love the most, just hearing the conversations in between, was being able to interact with the support team and the developers and really getting that hands-on approach side by side in our swag shop, just learning it or getting those problems solved. So that was very powerful. And anyone that wants to experience that, this is the event to do that at.
100%. We also cover, we do a topic or a talk about traditional agencies. So if you're coming from the traditional agency space, you've been selling services like SEO or websites or PPC, reputation management, and you're trying to figure out how to open up a SaaS offering that makes sense for what you're already doing. We talk about that as well. And there will for sure be people in the room in that same scenario that are navigating that sort of pivot. And it's much easier than you think. We cover that at the session. So whether you're a digital entrepreneur who's coming into it from, hey, I'm just looking for a really solid opportunity to make money online, or if you're an established agency looking to sort of pivot or open up a new arm of your business, we'll have you covered as far as the content. Here's where I think it gets really cool. So basically, there's a million ways to do this, right? High Level has a million and 10 different features, and you obviously have the freedom to package them up and sell them however you'd like. But at these events, we take the guesswork away and we say, okay, here is a tried and true market proven offer, right? It's these specific feature sets bundled up and sold in this specific way where you can go out and hit the ground running and just start generating clients at $297 a month with again, a tried and true method. And so that's really what the core offer is all about. It's eliminating the guesswork so that when you leave, you don't really have to make many decisions. You can just take this proven offer, run with it, and we will literally, as I believe the next slide, well, we'll talk about sales and prospecting in a minute. You probably saw in that video, we do lots of breakout activities. So this isn't just you sitting in a room getting lectured to for 3 straight days. JB, you could definitely speak to what you saw over the past week as far as the mix up of style of content in the room.
Oh yeah, and the best part of it that I was hearing people talk about was the pen to paper.
Mm.
We're always on our keyboard, we're always typing, but those workbooks and, jotting down your thoughts, going back and forth at your tables with, strategies and feedback and best practices is the true cream of the crop when you go to an event like this. And we emphasize that many times throughout the day. So if you enjoy that, that's great. If you're interested in getting more involved, this is a great event to experience that at.
100%. Again, it's not just sitting in a conference room listening to speakers all day. You're going to get hands-on for sure. But we do like to mix in some speakers outside of the high-level team as well. So we'll definitely have some folks who are way further down this path there as well, so that you can hear their stories, how they did it. They're typically extremely generous as far as like opening up, the blinds on their business and showing you exactly the moves that they made, the decisions they made, the mistakes that they've made along the way to help the folks in the room shortcut their growth. We've had some amazing speakers so far. And while we're not revealing who the guest speakers are today, we will in an upcoming webinar, but you can rest assured they're going to be awesome. Let's talk about sales. So we definitely spend a good amount of time at these events talking about prospecting and sales. So we want to, give you all the tools that you need to know where to go find your customers and actually how to sell them. And so we talk a lot a bit about of the Trojan horse strategy, really focusing on one specific feature when you're doing your selling, and then how to onboard folks as well. So if you feel like you're not comfortable or strong in sales, don't worry. We will have a segment here for you, literally scripts for you. We'll do role playing at the event so that you feel confident, again, as to where to go to find your first 5 to 10 customers, but also how to sell them once you get them on the phone. And JB, I know you saw some of this at the event. It's just for me, if you're not a natural born salesperson like me, it really takes a lot of the fear away when you come out of one of these events with all the assets and knowledge that we provide.
I like to call it feed the machine. When you go to this event and you start to really get, your offer down pat, understand how to package it, deliver it, fulfill on it, and really resonate with the local businesses or other course creator folks that you're going to be servicing, it just really allows you to be super confident with what high level can do and how you can package it with your branding. So this is very fun time, very hands-on.
Absolutely. This is pretty cool. So one of the pieces that we cover at the event, and we talk about, the quickest way to get customers is to do things like Chamber of Commerce and BNI meetups. And there's part of the presentation is actually a slide deck, a Canva slide deck. So it's completely editable to you that we give you and we cover at the event to walk you through it so you know how to present it. And here's a video of someone named Andy Brockenbush, who was at one of our masterminds talking about what that slide deck was able to do for him. Ah, here we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Andrew with BV Marketing. Our SaaS offering is called Wingman because every business needs a wingman. We got a chance to go out to the Mastermind SaaSPRENEUR event a few months back in Dallas, had an absolutely good time, learned a lot, made a lot of great friends. But one of the things I really wanted to talk about was the fact that there was a product that was created specifically for you to go out and teach at local events, specifically your chamber, maybe your BNI groups. We actually did it for the Texas Association of Auctioneers, actually. Which was a lot of fun. And we were able to go in, customize this curriculum inside of Canva, make it unique to us, teach the program. We're able to get a lot of interest, 66 people actually who enrolled into our sequence through our automation. And out of that, we had 5 to 10 people who actually signed up for our SaaS offering. We sold some other services sides too. So if you guys are looking to level it up, if you're looking to get involved in those local events, I would highly recommend you check it out, especially if you're at that SaaS level of high level. If you're not, hey, use my affiliate link or just check it out. It's really amazing. And if you go into the academy, I believe it's in there, and you can get that local snapshot, and it has access to all of those files. It's really cool. Check it out.
I love that. It was, Andrew's such a great guy. And to get that case study on camera was amazing because it really is an awesome presentation that you could give at any Chamber of Commerce meeting or business meetup and just wow everybody in the room. It's done for you. And again, it's completely customizable. So that's a piece of the curriculum that you'll experience if you join us in July in Dallas. We mentioned the open office hours. So here's where our team members hang out, laptops on hand, ready to jump into your account and build out whatever you want to work on, as well as the swag store, as JB mentioned. So we've got a ton of awesome swag these days. You can get swagged out with either SaaSPRENEUR gear or high-level gear. It's pretty cool. They even have like racks and like little mannequin things on there and some swag for kids as well. Onboarding. So this is an area where we're going to go even deeper than we ever have. The feedback's been pretty clear. We've done an amazing job at getting people to find prospects, know how to sell them. Now it's like, okay, how do we get better at onboarding these folks? So we're going to create new materials. We're going to have new assets for you. And we're really going to show you step by step how to onboard the folks that you sell into that core offer that we talked about. So this is a really important session that we're going to spend time on at this event so that you feel confident not only being able to go and sell folks, but also how to launch them so that they stick for a long time. We also get updates from the founders. So we're typically pretty privileged to have the co-founders on hand when we run our masterminds. And JB, you want to talk a little bit about how generous they are with their time when they're there?
It's truly a fireside chat where any question, details, context, it's all there for those that attend. And that was my first one. And now I know what I've been missing out on. It totally makes sense when people say there's so many nuggets you grab from this type of event is from the founders directly. And it's exciting to be part of the conversation because especially if you're running a business on top of high level, it's that important to you to know what's coming up and knowing it firsthand, not from someone else. So very powerful.
Absolutely. Sean, Robin, and Varun, they're always willing to answer even the toughest of questions. They're super transparent guys. The culture that we have here is transparent and I would say humble. Maybe you saw in that video, Sean greeting people at the door, helping people off the bus. They're really there at all aspects of the event. They want to sit down next to you at lunch, hear where you're at in your journey, hear what we can improve on. And so if you've ever wanted to hang out with any of the co-founders, they'll be there. Typically we have at least one. When we're lucky, we have all three. And so you could be assured that you'll get some co-founder time in July if you can make it as well.
I will say this, they're very generous online in their communications in the group and just being transparent. But when you get to have a 5-minute chat with them or just be in the same area, it transpires even more at a higher rate. The value and the connectivity you feel, just that supercharge that sometimes we need on the journey.
100%. We wrap it all up with our now famous graduation ceremonies. So everyone gets a chance to take some pictures with the co-founders. You get your cool certificate at the end there. We do a big group photo. And then there's just so much more that I can't really express on a webinar. But, again, there's daily Q&As. The The food and the drink are a huge part of the experience. The hotel always delivers for us. The food is amazing. JB can back that up. I see his head nodding. Like, it's not some crappy conference food. It's really, they do an incredible job. The space is awesome. And then we always deliver for sure with the evening activities as well. So we'll make sure that you've got some drinks in hand if you want them, but you're going to have a blast, whether we're playing video games together, whether we're mini golfing, whatever, bowling, who knows what it'll be. But it's really those networking activities that are really what's worth the price of the ticket. We're going to over deliver on content and curriculum. You can rest assured about that. But there hasn't been one that's gone by where I haven't seen a handful of people connecting with folks that then become their partner, or somebody that supports them as they move forward in their journey that they work with for the next couple of years. And so just the people that are going to be in that room, sort of your class of SaaSpreneurs is sort of what it's becoming at these events, are folks that'll really change your life. And I say that wholeheartedly because I've seen it happen. I have personal friendships still from people at that very first mastermind. And so just being there amongst like-minded folks and colleagues that are at the same or similar points of your journey is, I mean, that you can't really put a value on that. And it could really be what takes your business from here to here.
Yeah. I'll also say to complement that is, you know, in my early journey, whether it was working in corporate America or starting my own agency, and just beyond that, over the years, I never initially adopted the mastermind, the being in the right room with the right people early on. And now, as I started doing that over the years and seeing others doing it, hearing the stories, it's so true. Put yourself with the right people in the right room on the right mission, and everybody moves in the right direction quicker. So, you know, what makes our mastermind so special is that we all have that common goal of either starting our SaaS business or elevating it. And what better room to be in than the room that's hosted by the operating system, the software, with all the experts and all the advocates within the community all in one room. So if you've been thinking about going all in, this is the event to invest in yourself, as well as in building your Rolodex of new friends and new partners on your journey. That's for sure.
100%. I'm the same way. When I was running my agency, I didn't take advantage of any opportunities until the very late in the journey, which was a shame because I could have shortcut a lot of this. And I can't remember whose presentation I saw it in, but I thought it was great. It was, quote, something along the lines of like, when you have a new challenge or a new task or a new venture, don't ask how, ask who. Who's already done this? Get in their vicinity and try to learn how they did it, right? And so that's exactly what happens at these events. You get to be around colleagues at the same point, but also meet people that are way further ahead, and they're going to be there on stage, again, giving you the tips, the insights, the mistakes they made, all that kind of stuff to really shortcut the journey. So if you are serious about getting started as a SaaSpreneur, this is really the event that you want to be at. I think this will be the last one of the year because we have our big summit in October, and I don't think the next mastermind will be until 2025. So if you want to get going as a SaaSpreneur, definitely try to join us here in Dallas on July. And if you're still on the fence.
When I heard about the mastermind, I signed up immediately.
I met so many amazing people at this event.
There's an incredible amount of people here that are just so giving and willing to share what they're doing that's working and what's not working. And
they know what they're talking about, and those education resources can help you scale in a really big way.
The attention to detail they have on this mastermind is unmatched.
I'm happy to pay just to be in the proximity of these guys because they're doing incredible things, and no matter what happens, I'm always learning. I've already learned so much just from being here.
When I realized I could offer a whole world of software service to a different client without having to do all the work, it's like blew my mind.
Anytime you raise your hand, there are like 5 people in queue to answer your questions.
Learning as much as you can from all the big hitters in this space.
Listening to the founders and their vision of how they built the company. There's nobody else doing this the way they're doing it.
Being able to figure this out with the team, work together, it's magic and remarkable.
The moment you become a SaaSpreneur, you will never look back
SaaSpreneurship and the opportunities that High Level are providing you are not just beneficial to you. It is beneficial and extremely impactful to the clients that you serve, even in the simplest format.
Just go for it, because you're missing out. You're missing the potential of you growing your business and getting that residual money that comes with the SaaS benefits.
If someone's on fence for becoming a SaaSpreneur, I would say jump in.
Really the infrastructure and the knowledge of how to go about being a SaaSpreneur in a step-by-step manner, it kind of takes away the fogginess or any cloudiness I had coming into the event. Now leaving, I'm clear as day on exactly what needs to be done.
Mic drop.
Super
Mic drop right there.
Every time I watch that, I sort of get choked up, because I know that a lot of these faces, again, have become friends. And I know that at that mastermind, they were starting at 0. And now I know where they are right now. Like one guy in particular, I was just looking at his account, and I think he has about 50 SaaS clients right now. So you do the math, 50 people at $297 a month or whatever he's selling it at. That's typically freedom, right? That's enough money to leave your job if you currently have one, double down on your business, and go for the, swing for the fences from there. So it's definitely an event. If you can make it, you're going to walk away knowing that you're technically set up and sound. Your system is ready to take credit cards, put people on recurring payment in an automated way. You're going to know that you'll have a solid understanding of the opportunity of what SaaS is, what it's doing in the world, the potential of it. You're going to have a proven offering like we talked about. The guesswork will be gone as far as what exactly it is that you should be selling to the market. And you'll have training and scripts and practice as far as finding folks and actually doing the selling, which I think is priceless for somebody like me, just to be able to get those reps in a safe room where, you know what I mean? You're not on a live call, but it really helps you sort of hammer out the rough edges so that you're ready to go. And again, the most important part, you're going to leave with a network of friends, fellow SaaSpreneurs, possibly business partners, definitely people that can support you in your journey as you move forward. All right, JB, so let's talk about it. This is just sort of a visual representation of the typical curriculum that we go through over the 3 days. And here's what it's going to cost. So it's $12.97 for your ticket. This does not obviously include airfare or your room, but it does include full meals. So when we're at the event, we will feed you very well, as I said, including drinks. It includes all the networking, all the curriculum. You get the recordings from everything at the end as well, so you don't have to feverishly take notes or snap pictures. It's always funny when people shoot pictures of the screen because you get everything sent to you anyway. And then you also get that face-to-face tech support with our office hours folks. So if you've been dying to sit down with somebody from the team to actually work on something specific in your account, you get that opportunity as well. If you're interested and you can make it, head to mastermind.gohighlevel.com. I'm assuming this one will sell out faster than ever, because I know there was a huge amount of people that had applied for the advanced one that didn't quite qualify. So I think most of those folks are going to be coming to this one. We only have space at these for about 150 people, I think. And so I would assume that this is going to sell out pretty quickly. That's not fake scarcity. I'm just saying, if you're serious about getting started as a SaaSpreneur and you can make it, definitely hop on it quick, because I'd hate to see you have to wait until 2025 when I believe the next one will be. Yeah. JB, any final thoughts before we head out of here?
Yeah, hearing from attendees that have went to our last event that started out with this initial event, it's been life-changing for them because of the structure, the time, the people, as well as the follow-up thereafter. So if you've been on the fence, or you're new to this, or you're just getting interested in elevating that status of agency to SaaS mode, this is the event to rub shoulders with others and consume that solid information. I'm looking forward to see you there.
100%. Here it is with a QR code if you want to just shoot your phone at it, but it's going to take you to the same place, mastermind.gohighlevel.com. Once again, it's going to be in Dallas, Texas, this July 17th to the 19th. $12.97 for your ticket. Only about 150 of them in total available. It is an intimate event. And yeah, I think we've covered it all, JB. I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you're rested up and ready to go by then. It does take a few days to recover from these things because they are pretty intense, both on the curriculum side and on the fun side of things. It's definitely something that if you can make it, definitely pull the trigger. And if not, hopefully we'll see you in one of the ones in 2025.
Let's get on the launch pad and take off together.
I love that. All right. With that, we're out. Hope to see you in July. Let us know if you have any questions. Oh, I did see 2 Q&As pop up. Okay. Yep. Those are good. Hotel is the Statler. Oh, good point. So Mark, we do get a discounted rate at the hotel. So when you buy your ticket to the mastermind, we will then email you a special link for the hotel. So don't buy your hotel room first. I've seen people make this mistake. Don't go straight to the Statler and book. You will get a discounted link after you buy your SaaSPRENEUR ticket. And also, if you don't get a ticket because it sells out, please don't fly to Dallas. I have seen this multiple times now where folks figure, oh, if I just show up, like I'll get in, I'm sure they'll just let me walk in. And that is not the case. I have seen people fly in internationally who got turned away, and it was super sad. But like, we literally can't take more than the amount of tickets that we have. It's like a fire marshal hotel thing. So if you don't get your ticket, please just wait till the next one, because it is always super tough to have to tell people, sorry, but you're going to have to head back to the airport. There's the QR code again. Again, it's mastermind.gohighlevel.com. We hope to see you in Dallas this July. All right, everybody. See you soon.